the confluence of the three rivers is Acrisure Stadium. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Pittsburgh Panthers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Catching up with the Seminoles head coach pregame, this is exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he's taking them to where they thought they could go. He has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Panthers offense comes onto the field first today. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense, is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense, their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after him. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
Under pressure. He sacked this defense all over it.
Boy, you talk about playing with fire, man. That was really, really close to being a safety. And that is exactly what you want to do. When they're backed up in this black zone, man, you want to be aggressive. You want to try to go get some points. Be it they were aggressive, they got to him, got him on the ground. And Palmer, that could have been a really bad start to this football game.
Yeah, great job by the defense. Now, if you're this quarterback, you need to have a clock in your head going off quickly, because you know in this situation, this D-line playing with their hair on fire. They're their ears pinned back, they're going to be coming after you. If you throw it again and it's not open right away, you better have a plan to get rid of it quickly out of bounds and not take a safety.
Pitt will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. On the return. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will now get its first chance with the football. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell that he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that, and I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
To the ground, he's got it again. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. Guys, let's look big picture at Florida State. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that and the momentum and the confidence that it builds with your squad. I think we might just be scratching the surface with this group.
Yeah, that's the difference with this team is it feels like they're really starting to believe. We always knew they were talented. They knew it too, but getting some of these big wins this season, I think they now believe they can take down anybody in the country.
Push is ahead. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
And that will go such a long way in deciding this football game. Who can win these short yardage situations? Who can be the more physical team? And this offense right here showing the work up front, man. The big boys all moving together, creating enough space. And I love the way Palmer, the back gets downhill, understands where the first down marker is.
Yeah, you know, some running backs just have a nose for it. This guy does as well. He's able to sort of find the crease and make himself small, fit into those small spaces, and pick up the first to keep the offense on the field. It's all about momentum and being able to keep drives going. I know that's not going to really show up on any highlight reels, but that was a big play here for the offense.
Right side, it's Robinson. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan. I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
Third and long coming up. Trying to establish the run. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Right down the boulevard. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Man, these late-night crowds are so much fun. They're so into it, so much energy in this building. And the visiting team drives down the field. Tell you what, drive stalls out a little bit, but they quieted this place a little bit by getting 3 and starting this game off on the right foot.
The Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking for room. It's Turner. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. Swapped immediately.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Out wide right, it's Kent. And that's not going to be a 1st down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains.
Really nice individual effort that time by the wide receiver. He was trying to get the 1st down. There was no way he was going out of bounds there on 3rd. Fighting for every inch he could get. Didn't quite get there. And now you've got a big decision if you're the head coach. You're going to stay on the field and try to go for this thing.
Punt is on its way. Fields the punt. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. He's got it down the field. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Out wide left, it's Boggs. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown Seminoles. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll start the return inside his 5. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. First play of the period, first down here. Fresh set of downs going up top. Makes the catch. It's Yates.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
They'll move the tight end. Off play action. Blasted as he lets it go. And he avoids the sack.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Left side is Turner. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Pitt will have to boot this one away. Cradles it at the 35. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Panthers! Get all the way back to the house.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the...
Found a seam on the left. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. The give. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Motion from the wideout. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Escapes the pressure going right. Unloads in the nick of time.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Finds his back in the middle. Breaks free, and he might be gone. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. The Noles are flying down the field. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And the defense needed that one badly. They're losing in this game. They just gave up a big play, so they finally get the sack, but you feel like they're going to need more than that. They're going to need some turnovers to get back in this game.
Second down, going to throw it. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Quarterback signaling to his guys. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that 3rd down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Now, there is a flag down on the play, but when you knock through a field goal from that distance and you're not going to get the first down, I think you just keep your points. Might be the worst-case scenario for this defense. Thought they'd held them to 3. Now the offense with a chance for more. The defense just gives back its mini victory of forcing the field goal try with the roughing the kicker penalty, and now they'll have to come up with a stop in the red zone. Looking for space. It's Croma. Got enough space. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Quick give. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere. He's knocked down behind the line. Pitt calls it 2nd timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Now on the move. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. And that's the final timeout for Pitt. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. And the Noles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
2nd down to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Yates. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10. They'll rush to the line. Clock stop for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Fresh center downs going to the air. Dangerous throw on that one.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Timed him perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. They just keep firing. He lets one fly deep. He's got it down the right side. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And now that completely changes the thought process for this offense. Like, you're thinking, don't make a bad play, don't turn it over, understand I might have to punt the football. Now you flip the field position immediately, looking to be aggressive to get some points before the half.
2nd and long here. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Gonna take a shot. Grabs it inside the 10. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, they come up with a big one through the air, and with his speed, I'll be honest, I thought he was gone. Nice job by the defense chasing him down, getting him down right at the 1-yard line, but the offense, they saw the matchup, they attacked it, and here they are, 1st and goal.
He wants to throw it. Touchdown, Panthers. Right on the money, makes the grab in the end zone.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
FSU calling its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Seminoles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Daniels. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Drops back on 1st down. Going deep. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Wants to throw on 1st. He's not afraid to go deep. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Florida State!
Man, what great offense. Execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. Pitt will kick off, ready to get things started here in the 3rd quarter. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Guys, Florida State's head coach told me at the half they have to start the third quarter with a sense of urgency. On the road, backs against the wall with a hostile crowd. He said, we got to have more intensity. They did a good job in the first half, but this game is close, and they understand all of the playoff implications. They've got to be the best version of themselves here to start this third.
Okay, Holly. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the play. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. How about that play behind the line as they lose 5?
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Sets his feet. It's Daniels. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
And after the failed connection on 2nd down, this offense faces a 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Gets rid of it.
Well, this offense did a lot of good things there in the first half. It wouldn't surprise me if they punt this one away after that incompletion on 3rd down. They do have the lead. I think you've got to put some trust in your defense here to not give up any points and get you the ball back.
He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. Pittsburgh sends out the offense to start this drive. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Fighting off the defender. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Long way to go on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. The short hands, it's Knight. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And I tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot work in the middle of the field and you know how fast he is, you just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice catch.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. Caught. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Pitt coming to the line after getting another 1st down. On the move, it's Turner. Tackled behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You know, as an offense, you're playing this defense, and they're in a 3-4 alignment, and you're worried about the pass rush coming off the edge. How about big fella in the middle? Completely collapsed the pocket on that play.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got the tight end.
What a snag. How about that catch, man? When he threw the football, you're like, no, don't throw it. But the big fella says, it's my ball. I don't care if anybody's near me. He'll make the catch. That tight end just earned some money.
Pulls it in at the 25. Makes a move. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Florida State comes out ready to put something together on this drive. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Making the adjustment. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On the run, it's Chroma. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Right back to the well. Can't get him to the ground. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Quick completion to the right. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a third and long. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. It's complete on the right side. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. The Seminoles trying to pay off the threat on first and goal. Looking to throw. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here this Week 11 performance. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Turner. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. With this game in hand, let's take a look at the scoreboard from the top 12 teams in the country. And at this point in the season, these guys have done exactly what they wanted to do and strengthen their position. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Way off target there.
And his passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. He'll get rid of it. Out wide left, it's Hicks. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. Pittsburgh going to work with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going up top. In traffic, it's Hicks.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Man, you can tell all eyes on this dude. Like, this defense is dialed in. They're going to try to continue to stop the run. You can tell, Palmer, it's the main focus of this defense.
Yeah, when we know with this offense, too, they go how this guy goes. They've just never been able to really get him into a rhythm in this game, and you have to give the credit to the defense. They've been more physical at the point of attack. They've had a good game plan, and the offense just has not been able to counterpunch.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Turner. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And they have converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Snapped on 4th down. First down and more. There he goes to the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Panthers! That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. The give, and tick, 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 tick. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some.
Looking for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the 4th quarter.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Pitt Panthers offense out there to go on the attack. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
looking for a deep man. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Right side, it's Lee. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. The Panthers in the hurry up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Following the play, there is a Pitt Panther slow to get up. This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive. Running inside, it's Turner. Defense is there to greet him again, and they are ready, and he has found nowhere to run tonight. On the move, he fires. Working the middle. And he's got the first down. Good pickup on the play there. And now we'll see what they do coming out of the 2-minute timeout. And the Panthers come to the line with a new set of downs. Tight end now in motion. They're going to run it. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
He stopped. 3rd and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Nothing there, and he just had to throw it away.
You just love to see that from the quarterback. I know it's a big 3rd down, and more than anything, you want to throw a completion and keep your offense on the field. But when the defense wins and nobody's open, you got to just tip your hat, throw it away. And now a big decision coming up on 4th down.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Going for it all. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
I think after failing on the 4th down, guys, you look at the scoreboard, you look at how much time is left. I think they're going to lose this football game. This coaching staff is going to have to dig deep and try to find ways to get this team better next time they take the field.
They'll run it. He's got the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Stepping to the right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play.
Nice job on the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Back to pass on second down. Firing deep. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the...
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles! And the route is on. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. And the extra point is good.
That makes the score Florida State 45, Pitt 21.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Fresh setter downs going to the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes